Now time to take a look at the vignetting panel, which is located at the very bottom of the brightness palette, and it's located right here. And I'll go ahead and activate it, and you'll see the change in the image immediately. Now, personally, I think that an image looks a lot better with vignetting if it's a portrait. If it's a landscape, you definitely don't want it. But before we get into how this very simple adjustment panel works, let's do some adjustments. Let's review just a little bit and do some adjustments on this image that I think will bring it a little better appeal. Let's brighten this with the tone curve, just like that. And then I think we will adjust the white balance. It's a little bit too blue for my taste, and I'm just going to make a very simple adjustment and pull back on this blue slider, and then I'll compensate for the overwhelming green by adjusting about 50% to the level of the blue adjustment right there. So there we have before and after, and I think that's a great improvement. Okay, now let's move to the vignetting control down here, and we'll activate it. And I just, I can't tell you why, I just don't like that result. I think for a portrait, that a vignette, a slight, not overwhelming vignette, focuses the attention on the subject matter, which is the little girl in this case. Now, if you want to adjust the vignetting, there's two ways to do this, two ways to approach it. You can let it be automatic with the DxO optics module, which is what I recommend. Now, having said that, it's with the admonition that sometimes the automatic vignette correction is a little bit heavy-handed. It goes just a tiny bit overboard. It's not a huge problem, but I have noticed it some, and so you might want to kind of take a look at that, especially if you do landscape. You want it to be even. You want the exposure to be even in a landscape. So let's look at how to work with this. You can do it automatically with the DxO optics module, or you can do it manually. I much prefer to do it manually. Now there's an over adjustment, obviously, and if we want to back off on that, we can see that in the corners of the image, it's beginning to return to normal illumination. If I take it all the way to the left, just like that, and then we have before and after. In other words, there is no correction effect. So let's go ahead and move this over here just a little bit. And really to see it, you kind of have to do some aggressive adjustments just so that you can see the effect. Now, some people do this. Some people really hammer an added vignette for an effect. I think that's something that was very popular many, many years ago. It's not used too much these days, but it's available to you if you want to use it. I would take this and go like that, and really just turn the whole panel off to add some vignetting. Now, shooting at 2.8, at f2.8, you're going to get vignetting. I don't care what you're shooting. I don't care what your focal length is. If you're shooting at 2.8, f2.8, you're going to get vignetting. If you shoot at f7.1 or 8 or 9, then you're not going to have it be an issue so much, but definitely at f2.8. Very simply, there's the vignetting panel in DxO Photo Lab.